Welcome to Retro Sparkle Designs. Today's tutorial, we will be going over the Carol dress. For pattern pieces, we need one back, one front. Make sure you're marking those little hash lines. Two sleeves, one front liner, one back liner, and two cuffs. We will begin by creating the pleat on the front dress. Make sure you have your fold lines marked and your center marked. And I like to start by making a fold on one of my hash marks, and I'm going to take that fold and pull it in towards my center line. I will then pin the fold on the center there, and we will have a little flap on the back side. And then I like to pin that down as well. And then repeat for the other side. So again, make a slight fold on your hash line. Take that fold and pull it in towards your center, and then pin in place. When you have that fully pinned, go ahead and top stitch that down or use your serger or baste it in place. I will be using my serger. Here is a little close-up view of the pleat so you can see the structure a little better. Here the pleat is fully sewn down. Now let's take the back part of our dress and we're going to place it right sides together with our front. Pin the shoulder seams together and then sew. Here the shoulder seams are finished and we will be doing the same thing with the liners. So take your liners and place them right sides together, pin and sew the shoulder seams. Now we have the finished liner and we will be taking the main dress and placing it right sides up. Now take your liner and we're going to place it right sides together with the dress and then pin your neckline. I like to align my shoulder seams first to ensure my liner is going to stay in the correct place. And then finish pinning the raw edges of your neckline together and then sew. Here is the sewn together neckline. Now take your liner and push it through your neckline. This is going to put the liner in the correct spot. And then I kind of like to make sure everything's aligned appropriately. So I will pin my shoulder seams together in my armisae just to make sure nothing's moving around. And then we will be adding the sleeves next. So take your sleeves and find the center point of the top. I just fold them in half and mark it with a pin. And then you're going to take your sleeve and place it right sides together with your armisae. Align that center point with your shoulder seam. And then finish pinning the sleeve into the armisae. Repeat for the other sleeve and sew them both on. Here we have the finished sleeves, and now we will finish the side seams. So take your dress and fold it in half, right sides together. So your front and your back are right sides together. And then we will go ahead and pin the side seams and the sleeves. We should have a little bit of a sandwich going on here with the liner, then your main, and then your other liner. So when you're pinning your side seams, make sure you're getting all 4 layers where your liner's at. And then go ahead and sew both sides. Let's prepare the cuffs now as well. So take each cuff and we're going to fold it in half, right sides together, and then pin along the longer edge. Go ahead and sew both of those. Here we have the completed side seam. So go ahead and take your dress and flip it right sides out. And then mark your halfway points on your sleeves. Now with the cuffs here, we are going to fold them in half, wrong sides together, aligning the raw edges. And then I'm going to mark my halfway points on my cuffs as well. Now take your cuffs and slide them over your sleeves and then align the raw edges and those halfway marks and pin in place and then sew them both on. Here we have the cuffs fully on, and the last thing that we need to do will be to hem the dress. So take your bottom hemline and fold it under about 1/2 inch, and then go ahead and top stitch to hem. And here we have the completed dress.